Thank you, Mayor.
So at this point, it's a very traumatic day for all of us who've known you for so long, and thank you. This is about separating from the city. I know as
Yes.
I've said to you many times, you're going to be extremely bored. But I want to open it up to council for comments, first of all, and then ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
And so...
And then, Mayor, I have a little prepared speech as well, if you
why
don't
don't
mind
you
to.
go first, then?
Okay, great. Well, thank you.
Please.
One moment, Mr. Scott. Mayor, do you just want to confirm that we are on item 10?
There were, I think I said we're confirming coming back from closed session with 63 and 10.
And now we're hearing 10.
And now we're hearing 10.
And now we're hearing 10. Okay, perfect. Whatever you say, I will do.
Okay, thank you, Mayor and Council.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. For the record and for the final time, I am Las Vegas City Attorney Bryan Scott. First, I want to say congratulations to the new incoming City Attorney, Jeff Dorkak. Remember, this job can be very challenging. I want him to remember to stop a minute, breathe, take a vacation now and then. Don't do as I do, but do as I say. Take a vacation now and then, and then remember your job is to do what's in the best interest of the city. Please be honest and ethical in your dealings. Be open to suggestions. Please be open to asking for advice. Please be open to new ideas. Please be open to comments. And most of all, please be open to criticism. Regardless if you want it or not, you're going to get it. So please be open. Stay the course, and I wish you the best of luck, Jeff. If I could ask the attorneys and staff of the Las Vegas City Attorney's Office to please stand and be recognized. Mayor and Council, I want you all to know that it's been my greatest professional honor to be a part of this office for the past 27 years. Over the past 3 years, we've all endured a lot of changes and done some really, really good work for our community. Changes and work that I believe that are for the betterment of our department and this city. I want to thank you for all going on this journey with me and being so receptive to change. You are the best. The city is fortunate to have all of you, and I'm extremely proud of all of you and wish you all the very best. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my family, friends, and colleagues who are watching and who are in the audience for all of their unwavering support and encouragement of me throughout the years. It's been very much appreciated. I've been a Nevada attorney for 32 years. During my years with the city, I provided legal advice to 28 city council members, including 3 mayors. I've attended and legally advised during 600 city council meetings and 500 plus planning commission meetings. One of which went to 4:40 a.m., by the way. Being the city's chief prosecutor and chief advisor to the mayor and city council, I took an oath to protect the city's interests and uphold the rule of law. Daily, I'm tasked with making ethical and legal decisions which have wide-ranging implications for this community. I've been fortunate to have several mentors throughout my life and career: my loving mother, Minnie Scott, Dr. William Sullivan, Attorney Don Campbell, retired Nevada Supreme Court Justice Michael Douglas, and Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals Judge Johnny Rawlinson. From them, I've gained not only a sense of civic responsibility, but of self-awareness and a spirit of giving back. They have taught me that it's not all about me, but about the greater good for the betterment of our community and its residents. I've been honored to have made Nevada history on several occasions during my legal career and tenure with the city. Not only am I the first African-American city attorney in its history, but I'm also the first African-American Nevada State Bar president in 2016-17. I was the first African-American president of the Clark County Law Foundation in 2006. I was the first African-American president of the Clark County Bar Association in 2005, and president of the Las Vegas chapter of the National Bar Association from 1996 to 1999. The Las Vegas City Attorney's Office is made up of 60 great individuals, including 25 attorneys. I was the assistant city attorney for 15 years before I became the city attorney, and those years were extremely challenging. When I took over as city attorney on July 1st, 2020, I was the only attorney of color out of 25 attorneys, and there were no female attorneys in the civil division. Through attrition and through my diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts, I'm proud to report that we now have 4 out of 13 attorneys in the civil division that are women. 2 are women of color. In the criminal division, 6 of the 11 attorneys are women, and 2 are women of color. After the retirement of Assistant City Attorney Ed Pileski, I appointed the first female Assistant City Attorney, Carly Helbert, to head the city's criminal division. She is doing an incredible job, and I want to thank Carly for taking on that role. The criminal division prosecutes all misdemeanor criminal cases in the city's jurisdiction, including domestic violence, DUIs, traffic citations, and code enforcement matters. I don't know if you know this or not, but the city of Las Vegas has probably the third highest domestic violence rate in the country, and that's troubling. But they do a really, really good job of making sure those victims of violent crimes are taken care of. The Civil Division handles zoning and planning issues, human resources, ordinance drafting, litigation, and all transactional matters. I have made it my mission to make the City Attorney's Office more diverse and more reflective of the citizens in our community, not only race and gender, but LGBTQ and abilities as well. I have had the good fortune to be able to hire 10 new attorneys, a receptionist, victim witness advocates, legal technicians, and 2 record specialists. I'm very proud of the DEI accomplishments we have made in such a short time. These are all well-qualified and hard-working individuals who understand what it means to be a public servant. The Las Vegas chapter of the National Bar Association recognized our department's DEI efforts in October of 2022 by naming the Las Vegas City Attorney's Office as Law Firm of the Year. I have served on countless committees, boards, and task forces. I've been appointed to a number of boards, written numerous articles for various legal publications, such as Nevada Lawyer and Communique. I've spoken on panels regarding subjects such as diversity, equity, inclusion, civility, and the practice of municipal law. I've given keynote speeches to groups of 20 to 1,200. I've been blessed to receive many accolades during my career, including Las Vegas Chapter of the National Bar Association Attorney of the Year in 2018, the State Bar of Nevada Public Lawyer Section's James M. Bartley Distinguished Public Lawyer Award in 2019, the International Municipal Lawyers Association's Buck Delmenthal Award in 2021, and more recently in 2021, the State Bar of Nevada awarded me and honored me by naming its Trailblazer of the Year Award the Bryan K. Scott Trailblazer Award. In 2018, the Las Vegas Chapter of the National Bar Association named a book scholarship in my name as well, the Bryan K. Scott Book Scholarship. It's awarded every year to a deserving law student on an annual basis to help them achieve their goals, as I was financially helped by the LVMBA when I was in law school. I've been recognized as Legal Elite Nevada Top Attorneys in Government by Nevada Business Magazine since 2012. 15, 16, and 17. I'm very proud to leave this legacy and my mark on the City of Las Vegas and on the practice of law in Nevada. During our closed-door session, I presented you with my and my office's accomplishments for July 1st, 2022 to July 1st, 2023. Those accomplishments are too numerous to relay here, but I will submit them, and I have submitted them for the record for the clerk, and have submitted her the following. The City Attorney's Office organizational charts for 2020 and 2023. My office's list of projects and accomplishments from July 1st, 2022 to July 2023. My list of accomplishments for my previous 2 years as your city attorney, 2020 to 2021 and 2021 to 2022. And lastly, my biography to be added to the permanent record of the City of Las Vegas. In closing, I just want to say that it's been I don't want to cry on this one. It's been my greatest joy to be your city attorney. And thank you for allowing me during this past 3 years to do the work that I think I've been meant to do. And thank you. It's been great to be the legal counsel for the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay, Mr. Zamora, one more time, if you would refresh us all as to our role right now, please.
Mayor, Council, for the record, Vince Zamora, Human Resources Director. At this point, you can make a motion to award any type of remuneration for Mr. Scott's performance over the last 12 months.
Thank you very much. And I think at this point, any time for comments, let's start with you, Councilman Greer.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. It has been an absolute pleasure working with you. You and I have been in the trenches together, 2 years Planning Commission, 5 years City Council, and you have been an excellent city attorney on all fronts. Anytime you come to you for a question, you are ready with an answer, with a response. If you don't, you prepare it and get it together, and you give your opinion on the legal aspects of the work that we're doing there, especially when I didn't know anything about planning. I would come to you and ask you questions, and you'd be so kind and patient with me to teach me about it. I had always known you, and in our community, as the black guy who's a city attorney in Las Vegas, right? Because you were like many, you were one of others. And so it was great to see you ascend to become the city attorney. You represent our community so well, born and raised in the community, product, Rancho High School, grew up in the historic West Side with us. And anybody that I've ever spoken to, and no matter what their background is, what their race, color, denomination, they've always spoken very highly of you. That is rare in the work that we do. And so I applaud you. You have been a shining example for our community and as well for myself. I'm not above that. We appreciate you for taking the charge and leading the way. So thank you, my friend. Look forward to continued workings with you in our community. Now that you have more time, we will find ways to put you to work.
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you.
And I'm
God
free.
bless you.
And I'm free now. Because
You
you
are
don't have to
free
pay me
now.
now.
You are free now, and look forward to the cake, the banana pudding.
My two-time award-winning banana pudding.
Two-time award-winning
Yes,
banana
I
pudding.
will be making that soon. Thanks.
God bless you, my friend. And I know we're going to make a recommendation to award you with something. Whatever we award you with will not be enough. But we're going to do our best to accommodate.
Thank you, Councilman. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. And we played tennis against each other in high school, too.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I won.
Yeah, you
Okay,
always
thank
won,
you.
so.
I'd like to see you both on the court right now.
Drinking beers.
I know where
There's a lot of pounds
that
ago,
money
Mayor.
would go. Heart attack grill. Councilwoman.
Thank you, Mayor. Unfortunately, as you know, Bryan, we haven't had a lot of time to work together, but in the months that we have been able to work together, I really appreciated your sound judgment and your balanced approach and your calm demeanor and your straight talking. So I will miss working with you, but again, as Councilman Creer said, you've been an incredible asset to this community. I know that you will stay involved and continue doing the great work with the different bar associations to move our legal system forward.
Thank you, Councilman. It's been great working with you as well.
Thank you. Councilwoman Diaz?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Obviously, you're already at the top of my list as a former Rancho Ram alum.
Go Rams.
Went to the same high school, but I believe you're truly a trailblazer in your space. You're making history here at the city, being the first African-American city attorney, and I think you're opening doors or kicking them down for many other folks coming behind you. So for that, we're forever grateful. Thank you for your many, many countless hours and years of service to our community. If you work for the city of Vegas, you truly are a public servant. It's not just us that are elected, but everybody behind us getting the work done for our communities are part of the public servant. So thank you. I know that sometimes we don't get the love and the respect for being in these roles, but we're doing the best that we can given all the challenges and circumstances that continue to evolve and fall just into our laps sometimes. Wanted to also just highlight how I appreciated you coming and talking to students at an elementary school about being a city attorney. I appreciated you being there when a community of mine got flooded and there were a lot of questions around the situation and the circumstances of that flooding event, and you were there to help us provide that legal answer and lens to the neighbors' questions that I didn't know the answers to. And obviously, there's constant things that are popping up for us, and I've always picked up the phone and have been able to get an answer really quickly from you, and I appreciate your promptness, and because those responses guide then our next conversation or dialogue or action on something. So you're going to be sorely missed, but I know that you have a bucket list that you probably want to get to, especially time off. Hearing that in the last 3 years, you haven't really taken much time off. I think you need to rejuvenate and do things for Bryan. So thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you, Councilwoman. It's been great working with you.
And Mayor Pro Tem, please.
Thank you again, Mr. Scott. We didn't go to Rancho High School together. You've never made me banana pudding, and you've never played tennis with me, so I'm feeling somewhat jaded right now.
FOMO, that's called FOMO.
No, but one thing that we do share is an absolute love and dedication to this city and the community that we live in, and I've always felt akin to that spirit because you can feel it with city employees who have been here as long and who just genuinely love everything that the city of Las Vegas is, and that I think emulates from you. And so for the time and energy and passion you've put into this community, I think we are all grateful and we all will benefit from that for a lifetime to come. So thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you, Councilman. It's been great working with you.
Thank you very much. Well, you know, it's a sad time, but yet it's a happy time. I think the thing is knowing you and hearing the beautiful things about your mother.
Yes.
I know that she is smiling, and I think for those of us who are lucky enough to be parents, it is how your children grow to become good human beings and care. And it translates over races, religions, everything. And so the achievements that you have made in your lifetime and the growth and the generosity of your spirit and your humanity, to me, are the critical things. And having a husband who's an attorney and 2 sons who are attorneys, I really don't have an affection for attorneys, I have to tell you. No matter what, that you bog everything down, and that you were punished once having to stay here till 4 o'clock in the morning. Sort of made me smile because we on the dais were here not quite till 4, but many times into the late hours or early morning. But I think you've been spectacularly sensitive. You have taken all those phone calls when we have issues. There's so many things why you've brought to our attention, so many things that you've done, and most of it is available to those who want to know through the public comments you've made, and that we have copies of. I think it just is a small page in a huge presentation. You've done remarkably beautifully well in responding to us in a very, people think that we're here and go ahead and elect us out of this position. This is a very self-effacing job, believe it or not, and you take so many challenges on when you sit as a council member or the mayor. It is trying to take care to the best of our abilities, every human being that's here, and balance very difficult questions. And I think, as I had mentioned before to all of us, every time we had a new council member or continuously still, that when you have an idea, the first stop before you try to implement that idea into something is legal. And to give us all, as elected personnel, the legal advice, so first and foremost, we don't waste time or do things that are contrary to the laws of the land and certainly the state and the city. You've been remarkable. And so as we're going forward here, I know there's a great passion to give you a recognition, I would call it, in what we're going to do. But it pales because we would all like to do so much more. And yet it's not really fair to the whole, who are all suffering in inflation and everything else that we're dealing with the cucumber that used to be 5 cents is now 50 cents, almost as a bargain. And so as we go forward, and thank you, know that it is, as Councilman Creer just said, he would, I can't remember what he said, but it's something like, he'd give you the moon or more, whatever it is. But knowing and having had conversation with you and knowing what we've done, I want to just get one more comment from Mr. Zamora about some recommendations of consideration here.
Hello, Mayor, Council members. I'm Vince Zamora, for the record, Human Resources Director. We've always used the standard of what our appointive and executive employees were receiving, and this year that was a 4.5% COLA with an up to 5% merit. And that's been the general guiding standard.
The general guiding. So I think what I would do, I would entertain a motion, if I might, and I would turn down to Councilwoman, if you would like to make a recommendation here first and see how we are looking, unless there's somebody right now that is, no. So if you would be good enough to, Councilwoman Bryan.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to award Attorney Bryan Scott 9%.
And would that be something that, yes?
Mayor, I just want to make sure for the record that we're specifying that this is a bonus of 9%.
A bonus of 9%.
Yeah, there can't be a COLA component. It has to be a lump sum.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Yes? Okay, so I know what you had asked of us, and I think that is of great reflection of what we feel.
I'm very appreciative of it. Thank you, Councilwoman.
And so I will have to take a vote on that, and would you?
Madam Mayor, I just want to clarify the motion, because the 9% is consistent with what the appointive and executive employees received, and that combined the 4.5% COLA and up to 5% merit. So I just wanted to verify that that's consistent with what the rest of the city appointive and executive employees received as well. Is that correct, Mr. Zamora?
Sorry, once again, Vince Zamora, Human Resources Director. The employees were eligible for, they received a 4.5% COLA and up to 5% in merit for a possible total of 9.5%.
Okay. So that is in that range, so that's very clear.
And thank you.
With our
I really appreciate that.
conversation. So we haven't voted yet.
Okay, thanks.
So any other comment before I ask for the vote? I saw we're all okay. Thank you very much. Please vote, and let's please post here. And I think we're all anxious to make those phone calls on a Sunday. Congratulations to you. Thank you for
Thank you, Mayor and
everything.
Council. It really is. I do really appreciate you all. Thank you.
Thank you.